Every living organism, whether it be a unicellular bacteria or else multicellular organisms like the plants and animals, everyone needs food for their growth, development, energy, and survival. So based on the mode of nutrition, based on the type of food which the organisms consume, all the living organisms are classified into two categories. So either the organisms are autotrophs or else they are known as heterotrophs. So the word autotrophs has come from two Greek words. Auto means self and trophs means nourishment. So the organisms which are capable of self-nourishing themselves, who all are capable of preparing their own food using certain inorganic materials, sunlight or else chemicals, those are known as autotrophs. And the mode of nutrition which they follow, that is known as autotrophic mode of nutrition. Autotrophs are also known as producers in a food chain. Next comes the word heterotrophs. Hetero means other and trophs means nourishment. So the organisms who all are dependent on other organisms for their food, for their survival, those are known as heterotrophs. So the organisms who all are dependent on certain plants or else on certain animals for their food, for their nutrition, those are known as heterotrophs. And in a food chain, these heterotrophs are also known as consumers. Okay, and the mode of nutrition which they follow, that is known as heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Okay, so the examples of autotrophs, you can say that we have the green plants who come in the category of autotrophs. We have the blue-green algae, also known as cyanobacteria, who undergo the autotrophic mode of nutrition. Next, we have the organisms like the animals, then we humans, of course, and there are certain insectivorous plants, fungi, who all are included in the category of heterotrophs because we all follow the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Now, as I said that the plants are known as autotrophs because they can prepare their own food. So certain questions arise over here, and those are, in which part of the plant is the food actually prepared? What is the process by which they synthesize their own food? Which all components or else ingredients are required by the plants in the food preparation? And of course, what is the food which they actually consume to survive? And so, the answer to all these questions lies only in one concept, and that is photosynthesis. So for understanding the concept of photosynthesis, we need to understand where exactly the food synthesis occurs in plants. And hence, it's the leaves. Leaves are the food factories of the plants. They are also known as the kitchen of the plant because leaves are the sites where the synthesis of food occurs. But why do only leaves manufacture food for the plants? It is because the leaves of the plants contain a green pigment called chlorophyll. And this pigment captures sun's energy, which is used to prepare food from carbon dioxide and water. The term photosynthesis means combining by light. Here, photo means light and synthesis means combining. So a proper definition of photosynthesis says that it is a process by which green plants capture solar energy and use it to convert carbon dioxide and water into simple sugars. Here, water is combined with carbon dioxide in the presence of light and chlorophyll to produce glucose and oxygen. So with this, we can understand that for preparing food, plants require water and minerals from the soil, carbon dioxide from the air, chlorophyll contained in the leaf, and energy from the sunlight. Okay, you must have observed certain plants and trees whose leaves aren't green in color. So do you think that the green pigment chlorophyll must be present in such leaves? And what about the process of photosynthesis? Does it take place in such leaves too? The answer to this question is yes. Leaves who are not green in color also contains the green pigment chlorophyll. They are not green because the leaves contain other pigments such as either red, brown or else yellow, which mask the green color of leaves. We have certain examples like the leaves of the plants caladium. Caladium plant, also commonly known as elephant ear or else heart of Jesus. Then we have the leaves of the plant like the heuchera, also commonly known as coral bells. And of course, the maple trees. Here you can see that the leaves aren't green, but still they will undergo the process of photosynthesis to make their own food. Now, just look at these two figures and identify which of the potted plants will survive for long. The potted plants kept at a place where they're receiving a sufficient amount of sunlight, or else the potted plant kept in a dark room. I hope it's easy for you to guess, since we all know that the plants require sunlight to manufacture their food. And without sunlight, photosynthesis cannot take place in plants and can even lead to the death of the plants. Hence, it is advisable to place the potted plants in areas receiving sufficient amount of sunlight. However, there are certain exceptions like the Chinese evergreen plant and cast iron plant who do not require a direct sunlight for their growth and survival. So with this, I would like to end my today's video. Hope it was easy for you to understand the concept. In my next video, I'm going to explain in detail about the process of photosynthesis, what is the role of stomata, and what are the factors that affect the rate of photosynthesis. Till then, keep learning, keep teaching, keep enjoying, and please keep supporting me. Subscribe to my channel if haven't yet, and please stay tuned for more videos.